Hey y'all, so I'm at this facility and supposedly one of the aides it's supposed to be, it's two aides, and when me and the other nurse are like trying to figure out what's going on, we're asking them like, who has this room, and they're like, oh, we working together. Yeah, this person their assignments is one room up here, this assignment, this hallway, then you got to go down this hallway and down this hallway. This is that other assignment. Girl, I'm gonna need for y'all to just, if you need help, I'll come help you, but not y'all both going in the same room at the same time. Like, it's a mess because none of the vitals are done. A new admission came. I'm thinking, I didn't even know who had the room, but they was both not in the, the nurses area. And I was like, they called and said that the new admission was her. And I was like, oh, it is probably about the new admission, which is not my patient, but it was the other nurse patient. I was letting her know. And she was like, I told her, and then they get up and they walk away. And I was like, okay, so who the aides is over here? Who got this room? Because I didn't say the room number. But then I was looking around for the A. I ended up getting a wheelchair and a dang on, what you call the thing? Because the other nurse was busy. She was right now still trying to do stuff. Like, let me just go ahead so we can get this new admit from up front. Because the family was out there, like, let's get them out the car. Yeah. Come to find out, it was one of their patients, but they wasn't. She was like, she asked him, she was like, who got this room, because this is the room number, and they had got up and left. I didn't realize that she had said that. I thought we were just looking for the aide. We couldn't find the aide, so since we couldn't find the aide, let me just go ahead and do whatever I can to help get the patient from up there. I didn't know that they heard her and they still proceeded to get up and walk away and walk off the hall and go on break together. And y'all supposed to be working together. It's just like, seriously, stuff like that. Like, I ain't got time to be going up here to go get nobody. I really don't, because it's been so busy. Yeah, it was so busy. I've had to send 2 people to the hospital. And, what else? I sent 2 people to the hospital. Like I said, the admission head came and like, already right at the start of the shift, the med tech was telling me about pills and stuff that was going on the, like, she was like, this person ain't here no more, they still got them in the computer, this person is this, it's still in the computer, this person got duplicate meds for this, da da da. She just ripping stuff off. So I'm like, okay, hold on, which one we start on first? She's like, hold on, okay, hold on, I'm gonna have you do, can you do this first? Okay, that's all that you do. So I'm trying to do all of that. Doctors calling, like, it was just, it's been a lot. I ain't even gonna lie. But everybody been helpful. As soon as you need some, like my patient, I had to send out the second one. I had to send out, well, the first one, the nurse supervisor was on it. She was like, I got her stuff together, we're gonna send her out, here's everything for that. Then the second one, I was like trying to call the doctor, and then the doctor was right there, came in the room, so I was able to just get the orders verbally from the doctor. So it's been working out, and everybody's been helpful. It's just like boom, 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 boom. But everybody been helping except these 2 aides. I'm like, y'all, come on. Then kind of found the new admit is all the way, like I said, all the way on the whole other floor, but they up here on break doing stuff. Nobody's back there watching that floor, but y'all working together. Okay. Then, oh, I forgot, when we first came in, somebody was soppy. I mean, a puddle of urine come on the floor, and the patient is on the floor, and I'm just like, nobody did rounds? Like, and then the aide from day shift was like, when I came in, nobody was here. I was like, y'all didn't even do rounds, like y'all last rounds? You can't even do your last round on people. So the patient on the floor, of course they on the floor. They've been wet all night. Soaking wet to the point we got him in a wheelchair. The wheelchair was soaking wet. Had to get a hold of the wheelchair out. So that's what we walked in on. That wasn't my patient, so I'm glad about that, child. But we still was getting him together. But anyhow, kind of find out the new admit. This person, we go in there, the family's like, can he get any food? He still hasn't eaten yet. It's just like, y'all didn't even take the man lunch? Like, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Then I gave them a sheet to see if they could do the vitals, because it was just so much going on. Like, here, y'all can tag team on these vitals, because it's just like, come on now. Because I was just like, I had to still do skill charting on everybody. And I was trying to help her with admission, but then another supervisor, she's going to help. Just to clarify what skill charting is, when a patient is on a rehab unit, or what some people call like the Med A unit in a long-term care facility. What this means is that the patient is being moved from a more custodial or managed care position, the nursing home. And in that area, in that realm, the care for the patient is considered managed or custodial, because we're pretty much just doing basic stuff that they're going to need if they were at home. But if something were to change the condition, the patient can go to the hospital, come back. That if insurance says this person has such and such amount of Med-Aid days, or this person can receive skilled nursing for these amount of days, the facility is definitely going to jump on that and put them on a rehab unit that's focused on giving skilled care. This is the money unit of any long-term care facility. When they come at a long-term care facility, they stop long-term care facilities for having admissions to their facility, and by stopping admissions, they're stopping patients from coming to this unit. This is the money unit. This is the Med-Aid. This is what shows you that healthcare has a lot to do with actual just insurance. It's all paperwork. Because who's going to pay for this shit? Healthcare is very expensive. Or the care of keeping people sick. It's expensive to keep people sick for so long. But, the insurance company, what will they freaking think of next? Like, insurance is the biggest fucking scam that's legal. The biggest legal scam, hands down, is insurance. I don't know how they got people to do this stuff. Like, especially healthcare insurance. It's redonkulous. But I freaking digress. Back to this subject. I could do a whole podcast on this chat. But anyhow, on the skill unit, the patient it's also called a rehab unit, or like I said, they call it the Med-Aid unit in long-term care. The patient has something changed in their how do you call it? They had a mental status change. They had a health change. Something changed to now we have to do more care of this patient, more assessments, more documentation. We need to focus on them more outside of our normal scope of the regular day-to-day care of this person. We have to do more for this person now. So they put them on these Med-Aid units. They can charge them more. They're supposed to have the best staff. They're supposed to be the VIP floor of facilities because this is their bread and butter. People come here just for little short stays. If their insurance says, hey, you need to get therapy and 24-hour care, you need to get stronger before you can go home, go to the rehab unit of a long-term care facility, get a week or two in there. They do some therapy with you. You go, you're just working and doing everything you can to get yourself ready to go back home. You got your social workers, you got your PT, your OT, your ST, you got the doctor, you got anything, home health, all of that is in line. It's just there for the patient. Social workers, social services do so much in this part of a unit because they're trying to help that patient either they're going to stay at the facility or they're going to go home, or we're going to find another facility for them to go to. In some places, some people don't have places to go home. So this is where social workers do a lot of work too. Is where you see social workers really shine in the long-term care facility is when they're on a skilled floor. You're going to be dealing with a lot of social work. You're going to be dealing with a lot of people on skilled floors because therapy is over there trying to get at you. Like, everybody's trying to get money from this patient. When they're on this floor, therapy is coming over there. Like I said, you got social services coming in and make sure everything's like. You have other doctors, other specialties coming in over there to get what they can from this patient. They might have a few different doctor appointments while they're still on this unit to follow up on maybe some type of sutures or staples or some type of dressing that they have that they want them to go to a wound clinic or something. There's so much that you can learn. If anything, if you're going to stay in long-term care nursing, I would say try to get in somewhere that has a really good rehab, Med-Aid unit, a skill unit. Get into there. If you just okay, I'm going to stay in long-term care for a little bit longer, at least get some work on a rehab unit because that's going to feel more like a med-surg unit because you're going to still be doing a lot of IVs over here because patients are coming home. Maybe the only thing they have to do is get IVs. I remember I was at a facility, the patient couldn't go home with IVs because the patient was an IV drug user, meaning that they pump drugs into their veins. So they couldn't go home with the person had a central. They can't go home with that because this person, if they use drugs, they put it right through that central line. Gosh, you're setting that patient up for failure. And this is another part where social services comes into play because social services understands the social part of the person's health, meaning that if this person is going to be put out there back into the public, yeah, there's the health part that you as the nurse or the physician or whomever is like, yeah, your health says you need antibiotics. The social part is like, yeah, her health is telling her or him that they need antibiotics, but this person wants to get high. So they're just going to just put something in there. Like, they're not going to care about that part. So this is one of the things where interdisciplinary work, things like that, you see it shine so much in a rehab or med aid unit because everybody is literally holistic care. Everybody's trying to think about everything that patient needs, and all those different people are going to come through. You're going to see a lot of them on this unit. I had a lot of experience doing this when I was an LPN. I did a lot on the rehab unit. I could have did more, but I floated. Like, I had a pretty good long-term care experience, in my opinion, as a new LPN. But anyhow, I just wanted to talk about that. I kind of went off on a tangent, but I really did actually enjoy working on rehab units because, like I said, it's like working on a med-surg unit, but you have more patients. But anyway, that's where I'm working tonight. So the difference in the skill charting is just that they're able to charge them more, but we're focusing on the patient and what they came there for. So they came there for COPD exacerbation or CHF exacerbation. You're going to be looking at edema, checking lungs. Are they on oxygen? Are they having any dyspnea, or if they are having dyspnea, is it happening just sitting there? Is it happening if they get up? Is it happening in therapy, or do we have to put oxygen on them during therapy? Like, you're putting all of this stuff in there because the reason why they're there is because COPD. Because they have COPD and they had exacerbation, meaning things elevated. They had a change in condition from this person could have been on another unit with COPD. In regular COPD, like this is regular COPD. Maybe something happened. Maybe their oxygen got bumped up because, you can't give COPD patients too much oxygen. Maybe they oxygen bumped up. Maybe they were out of oxygen for like an hour. Maybe they were somewhere without the tank or something. Who knows? And maybe they missed their inhaler that day. Like, something might have happened and it caused them to exacerbate. Their symptoms became worse. They weren't able to manage it anymore. They got off of managed care, off of custodial care, and they went to the hospital maybe, came back. They had about 10 more days. They can be skilled nursing. Guess what? That facility is going to take up them 10 days. And as soon as them 10 days over, we shipping you right back to their regular room. But I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to let the rest of the video go. But I just want to explain that to you all. And like I said, if you are in long-term care and you feel like, oh, I need to just kind of do better with my skills, go to a skill floor. Don't shy away from skill floors, because this is where you're going to get your admissions, your discharge. You're going to be doing more patient teaching on this floor. You're going to be talking to more MDs, more, like I said, interdisciplinary people, or interdisciplinary disciplines, or whatever, other disciplines, PT, OT, other offices, clinics, other healthcare providers on this unit. It's very busy. And you're going to be using your skills a little bit more on this unit. Only thing is, it's so much better on these units when you have that teamwork. And I know right now in healthcare, that's not always the biggest thing. That's one of the reasons why I'm looking forward to starting this new job that I'm going to, because I just miss the teamwork, like unity on the floor. That's really been missing in healthcare, in my opinion, at least on my side of things. Maybe because I've been doing agency nursing, but when you feel like you're in a team and everything is super hectic, you feel better though, because you feel supported. You feel like, okay, I can do this. Like, we're all busy. We're all doing what we got to do. But then when you're like feeling like you're drowning, and then you like people around you just kind of sitting around, or nobody's really trying to help, or you by yourself, completely by yourself, like on a unit, like, it's been really rough working in healthcare, especially long-term care. It's been some rough times where I literally was by myself. No CMT came. I was the only nurse. I don't even know if I think I didn't even have aides at one point. Like, it was a dark time. It's been some dark times. You're looking for supplies. You can't find supplies. You're going up and down different floors. You don't even know the building, and you're looking for stuff. And it's just like, why am I doing all of this? And it's just like, you got all this list of things that people want you to do sometimes when you go into facilities, because if they see you and they seen you there a few times, they know you're going to, like with the CMC at this job. She knew I was going to do it because I did it last time I was there. So she was bombarding me with all this stuff at the beginning of the freaking shift to do. And it's okay, because she cool, because I would bombard her with questions and stuff too, because she'd be helping me. But it was just like, I know that the reason why she had to do that is because she doesn't probably have a regular nurse over there. And that's another thing, like, you feel those insecurities too, even as a CMT or a CNA, because the CMT and the nurses work together. The CMT would be like, you know, this med's still not here. The nurse don't freaking know, because the CMT is giving meds. The nurse depends on everybody so much. People don't realize that nurses depend on everybody else to do their job, because when everybody isn't doing their job, all of that shit fall on the nurse. If the patient didn't get their pills, it's on the nurse now to explain why this person who has seizures didn't get their seizure medications and they just had a freaking seizure. The nurse has to assess the patient, has to do all these vital signs, has to call the doctor, has to call the family, has to call the EMS, has to be with the patient, on top of having other patients to take care of, on top of looking for aids. Like, there's so much that the nurse has to do, that it's so important that the people that we're all, it's so much the aides got to do. Everybody has to do a lot in this field. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it falls on the nurse when it's not done. It's like mama is the nurse, and everybody else, they got to just play your role. But if something go wrong, like, where your mama was at? Where was their mama at? Be like, where the nurse was at when this happened? It's on the goddamn nurse. It's on me. These ain't even my kids. But I'm going to let y'all go and finish the rest of this video. I need to start just recording and talking about healthcare, because I've been doing nursing for a long time. Like today, I was talking to a nurse yesterday, and she was like, oh, yeah, I've been nursing for 4 years. She did the math. She's like, yeah, it's been 4 years. She's like, how long you been a nurse? And I was like, maybe about 8 years. It's about 8 years. She's like, oh, girl, that's like a veteran nurse. I think I'm like, shoot, am I really up there? Veteran nurse? Lord? Okay. The admission, so I'm like, great, that's perfect that y'all actually coming through. Then a patient, I got a med for her, can't even get a med because they said that they sent the med yesterday. I'm looking, I cannot find it. The med is not here. The whole medication, it's a bottle of Ativan, cannot find it. So I'm like, okay, y'all gotta figure out where this Ativan at, because I can't give it if it ain't here. So that's that. I'm about to go out here. I need to get some insulin, and then probably go room by room, do all I need to. Oh, and I got a treatment nurse. So it's working out. I got a treatment nurse going to do my treatments. So I'm like, you know what? It's crazy, but at least it's almost over. And I've been getting some type of help. I do want to take a break. We'll see if that happens. All right, y'all. Hey, y'all. So I'm taking my lunch. It's 1. I leave at 3. Still taking my lunch. So I have a little salad. I got, lettuce, tomato, and then this fried, well, it's not even fried, I put it in the oven. It's breaded cauliflower. Looks pretty yummy. It's like a buffalo chicken kind of sandwich, salad. Fire. And then I got some poppy seed dressing. Do y'all hear those sirens? This is from Aldi. I think it was like a little under, like maybe a little bit over $3. Okay, I don't need too much. I usually like to have a nice little crunch though, like some I should have grabbed some crackers or something, but this is honestly okay. Oh my gosh, I know I had a fork. Here we go. So I'm about to just eat this, chill. I got some water, put this window down some more, and I'm chilling. You gotta have your break. I don't care how close it is to when I'm leaving. I'm taking my break. Okay. I'd rather take my break and then stay over a little bit longer than to not take my break and then run the risk of y'all not trying to pay me for it. And I'm taking my break. I need to relax. All right, y'all. I will talk to y'all later. I just want to show y'all this. Bye. Okay, I'm up out of this place. Something else that happened was, I don't even know if I told y'all, it was lunchtime. A family member come up to me and was like, did my family member eat? And I'm like, I don't know, let me see. I go to the aide, I'm like, did the person eat? I was like, oh, well, she was sitting in the sitting room. I'm like, okay, so did she eat? They was like, she was over there. I'm like, okay, so y'all didn't roll her up out of there and took her to the table so she could eat her food? Like, so if her family would have never came, y'all would have never fed this lady? Like, I got too many patients for y'all to, I'm looking for y'all to assist me and making sure these people eat and get their ADLs completed while I focus on charting and getting vitals and doing all this other stuff. Talking to doctors and whatnot. Like, that's what I need y'all to do. I need y'all to do that so I can do my part. Whatever. So that happened. I'm like, and then these are the same people that was working together. I'm like, how y'all working together and y'all still ain't getting nothing done? It's crazy. Crazy. Then they was giving somebody a shower, both of them in the shower room doing the shower. It's like, do y'all both gotta be in the shower room doing the shower? One of y'all could be on the floor watching patients, doing vitals, doing rounds, while the other person shower. I'm like, you could just help the person to get them in the, you know, shower chair or whatever, but y'all, it don't take two people to do a shower now. I see the transfers and things like that, but not, whatever. It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go. I still got 30 minutes to drive home. Well, like 25 minutes. And I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go. I'm tired at this point. I don't even feel like talking about the place no more. So, that's that. It was pretty chill day, though. Not chill, honestly. It was like, I was busy the whole shift. After I took that break, I was so tired, ready to go to sleep. And I'm supposed to leave at 3:15. It's 3:50, so. But I was late, so I guess it's just all balanced out. Anywho, I love you all. I'm about to go. About to drop these kids off at their grandma's house. So I'm gonna be me and my husband. His birthday was 2 days ago. On the 24th, May 24th. And we're gonna go to the movies and stuff like that. I don't know what else we're gonna get into, but we wanna go see Guardians of the Galaxy. I love Zoe Saldana. I freaking love her. Why'd she have to go? But she's back now, right? Because no, she's still gone. Ain't she? Maybe she gonna find a way to come back, y'all. All right, y'all. I'm about to go. Bye.